David's understanding of the subject of sacrifice. David's understanding of the subject of sacrifice. And David longed and said, "Oh, that one would give me drink of the water of the well of Bethlehem, which is by the gate." And the three mighty men brake through the host of the Philistines and drew water out of the well of Bethlehem that was by the gate, and took it and brought it to David. Nevertheless, he would not drink thereof, but poured it out unto the Lord. Let's get his comment. And he said, "Be it far from me, O Lord, that I should do this. Is not this," he's talking about the water, "is not this water the blood of men that went in jeopardy of their lives? Therefore he will not drink it." You know, I told you David was trained by a prophet. He longed for water to drink. That was his village, the well that he drank when he was a small boy. Now, because of political crisis, the Philistines were now in occupation of his village, and the well that he drank was no longer accessible. And David longed, and he said, "Oh, that one will give me drink of the water of Bethlehem." It was a legitimate longing. What I drank when I was a small boy, is it possible for me to drink it again? It was a personal longing. It was not giving the soldiers marching orders. And the soldiers took his personal longing to become marching orders. It will interest you to know that it takes 5 years to train a legionnaire. A legionnaire is one that is competent in the use of the sword and the shield, which is a basic attack and defense equipment. It takes 5 years to train one that knows how to coordinate with sword and shield effectively. But it happens to be that the period that David was running away from Saul, which is the time that he assumed occupation of Cave Adullam, was 12 years. So in these 12 years, they were training for battle, and they had no opportunity for a fight. So when they heard the longing from David, they converted it to be a battle cry. Hallelujah. When they, I don't want to describe that fight because it's difficult to even imagine it. 3 guys going against 2,000, because that's what a garrison is. And as the 3 guys are fighting, then the 2 guys will now be blocking one guy. He will now fetch water. And the moment he holds that water, I can no longer fight effectively because it will spill it. How they accomplished, I don't know how they did it, but they brought the water to David. David cried out and said, "It is an abomination for him to drink that water." Because in the eyes of the Spirit, are you there? That water has been transformed. The quality of the value of that water is equivalent to the effort that was put into it to get it. So David called that water blood. May your eyes be open to see where normal mundane things take on a different value because of what was put in to secure it. That's the reason why. You know, are you here? You are not with me. You are not following me. Once upon a time, someone that was into prostitution business brought money to church. You don't want to hear me. The value of that money is equivalent to the effort that was used to get it. Are you there? So the Lord cannot receive that one because the value it has is only a demonic altar that can receive that offering. You are not with. It's still money. Oh my God. It's still money. But you see, prophetically, the effort that was put in to get it now determines its value. As we go on in the lecture, after I finish doing definition of terms, which will take a few days, then we'll now start talking about a righteous altar. That's when you will discover that someone that got money, big money from prostitution, cannot put it on a righteous altar. But wait, let's get there first. Then you'll find out, hallelujah. Now, the question I want you to ask yourself and answer is, what if David drank it, that water? Okay, you don't think that way. You only think one way. I am asking you now, what if David drank that water? I hope you know. Even God doesn't accept human sacrifice. You don't know that one. The man on the console, find out from my online audience, because they normally say that I should not stop sermons because of the congregation. Ask them if they know that God will not accept human sacrifice. Ask them first. When you give me the feedback, then I'll continue. I will know that I'm no longer preaching to you. It's them that I'm preaching. Abraham was to sacrifice his son to God. And at some point, God stopped Abraham from the actual sacrifice. When he saw that in Abraham's heart, he had released the boy. So in between the time the boy was released from his heart and the actual sacrifice took place, God says, stop. I've received the offering from your heart. But because I don't sponsor, my altar is not an evil altar. It's not capable of taking human blood. So the aspect of that your sacrifice that requires the actual blood, let's leave that one out. On the strength of that which Abraham did, God blessed him. Are you there? So in our journey too, we are going to see the altar of the human heart. Then I will show you that this human life, in order for you to live this human life adequately, you live it by altars. There are many altars that must be built in your space. So heaven and earth operate by altars. The man said, be it far from me to do this. Is not this the blood of men that jeopardize their lives? This is the blood of men that jeopardize their life. He poured it onto the Lord as a libation. Why? Because he knows that the spirit realm understands the language of what? Sacrifice.
Thank you for watching this video. Please do want to subscribe to this YouTube channel. We love you. Bye.